Okay, hello and welcome to Pixels Plays Mass Effect Andromeda. Happy N7 day. Actually managed to, well, you can't even see the N7 on the... I got like all the Mass Effect stuff. Got the Mass Effect 3 shirt. I don't know if there's a Mass Effect 2 shirt. That might actually be better. Overall, I prefer to having a FemShep shirt. But hey. Anyway, it would be kind of cool to try and do on this screen is actually have the lens flare like kind of over me. I don't know how possible that is. Anyway, maybe we're gonna see my test stream. So there's that. Interesting little. So basically, I have everything at ultra settings, and that's gonna be kind of fun. I've been thinking of doing just as an intro here, and a bit of an advertisement. A quick little walkthrough of our Minecraft Realm server, which has now officially been retitled to Pixels Plays. So I've been doing a lot of work expanding the main little town here that is near spawn. There's lots of room to like build stuff if you want to, and possibly more to come as I like get a bunch of dirt and and stuff to like flatten the terrain. I kind of want to make maybe a few more roads over around here. Um, our latest massive build. I'm not sure if I've actually had a chance to show this off. Is this spooky cathedral, which I haven't done in time for Halloween, unfortunately, because I've been really busy. Hey, Ellie. Wow. The exterior isn't quite finished yet. I'm not sure if these towers are actually going to go all the way through the building or not. Like right now, they kind of are, but I'm wondering if like the bottom section shouldn't be stone brick to match the stone brick level on the first floor. We have a house that's may need to be moved a little bit because it started building before I added this extra road here. Another thing, and this could be like I guess a general goal, would be getting general community goal is getting a lot of in crafting a bunch of not red dye, light gray dye. There is like a little lighthouse that you can get to through portals, although the portals are also kind of nether portals are kind of weird right now. But yeah, one of my main long-term goals is going to be to make all of the streets out of concrete, and right now they're sort of andesite and white concrete pattern. Also, lots of white dye, which you could really only get through flowers currently, although we may periodically up the difficulty to easy. Originally I had like this was andesite, but then concrete powder like future proofs it a little bit, so we have, we can make that into proper concrete once we get gray concrete, and it also, in this powder form anyway, matches the andesite pretty well, more than diorite does. Also, most importantly, the concrete powder shows up on the map as white, whereas diorite shows up as gray, and is basically identical to the color for. So I'm just doing this little quick tour to allow people time to come in, and also you can see that I'm mirrored. Yeah, and I'm not sure. So it's actually 7 NA. We have, I think it's supposed to be the house from like a movie. Yeah, Lego Movie house. It's been a while since I've seen the Lego Movie, so I can't necessarily speak to its accuracy. But there's a ton of space to build. Just here, and there's some. I did other videos in the past of let's take one last look at the map here. I need to like try and get the grass to grow on B free and C free. I mean, it may have already done to some extent, but yeah. I probably should get a few roads going down there. Okay, where did that come from? I still don't have street lamps. That's another, I guess, long-term project, is getting street lamps all across all of the new roads that I've added. And naming all the roads. But anyway. So, if you're on YouTube, there is a link in the description to the mod list. I might try and get a like a bit.ly link, in addition to like the Realm bit.ly Minecraft Realm bit.ly link for anyone who is curious about the mods. But you can kind of see a list of Frosty Mod Manager mods. Also, here is my text file. There it is. We have faster Kadara doors, sure landing and departure cinematics, cinematic realism lighting overhaul with depth of field, various squad mate and NPC outfit recolors, the HUD overhaul, the fixed pack, and the multicolor hair. I'm sure of all the NPC outfit recolors, but there you go. This should give you like a good idea. the Vetra Black and Red and Vetra Red face marking apparently have conflicts with themselves or with some of the other stuff that the guy behind JDim. Apparently, some of it. I like. I think my favorite color is red, and I guess red, white, black, kind of N7 colors anyway. Since this has been done for N7A anyway. Cool. Everyone's showing their N7 colors, even though I'm not sure if any of them are N7s. I can't remember. Um, I figured that since I played for the test stream, it's probably gonna make things even more interesting because I don't think I actually had any mods installed when I, aside from the I forget what they call it, like the shader reshade. I think is what it is. Aside from the reshade, which obviously you had to you don't use Frosty Mod Manager for that. There weren't any mods installed because you had to actually launch the game from the mod manager to install the mods. And there's one more mod that I installed. Actually, I did test it outside of this. So I don't think I had to actually launch it from within the mod manager to get the mods to work. I just need to apply the ones that I haven't applied yet. So if I add any mods, I'll be using the mod manager again. But I think I only need to do that once, basically. Okay. Okay. So I'll plus F2 for Ansel, which is I'm probably gonna use periodically. Um, it's also gonna take a while to fire up each time. I actually wonder if like the reshade actually adds the number of shaders it needs to build. Also needs to build a bunch of shaders just to get to the title screen, and then it builds even more shaders to get into the game proper. Just weird. So we're good for this at the start of everything. I mean, I didn't even need to do the Minecraft thing. I almost forgot. I kind of don't need to do the Minecraft because we have a lot of time for people to file in well and join the stream while we're building the shaders. We got our Ellie here in her crow's nest. Here we go. Okay. We're gonna just do a new game. Should we wait for it to connect? There's New Game Plus, which we can't really. I mean, I have done one full playthrough of the story. There we go. There's my username in case someone actually wants to try and join me in multiplayer. I have no idea how active multiplayer is right now. So I played for this on PS4. The first time playing through it on PC. Um, I on PS4 I romanced PB, and I'm probably gonna do that again. Although it's a little weirder in some ways. Like it's a bit different from uh, uh, I mean, for one, there is a mod that allows you to romance anyone, and in fact, romance everyone, literally, allowing for multiple romances. I kind of consider that just for completeness sake, just to kind of see how each of the romances play out. Um, I'm not sure if I'd actually play through any of the romances that would be for the male character, just because it's going to look kind of weird, and there are things that even the mod can't really fix. Like, the fact that there may not be dialogue from our character. So anyway, there's a few things I talked over a little bit in the test stream. I'm going to reiterate them because this is the official stream. So as far as I can tell, also you can customize history. Yes, FemShep. Very first option too. Cool. So having recently played earlier this year the entire original Mass Effect trilogy, I'm probably gonna be just a little more critical of Andromeda in some ways. I'm definitely gonna be playing it with a little more of a critical edge. Especially since I already played through it properly. We're also gonna have a lot of cool production value because this is like the second stream I remember doing, or second complete playthrough of a game. I remember doing. I'm not sure. I had to look at my actual YouTube history. I knew Skyrim was the first, and this was definitely the first. I'm pretty sure this was the first brand new game that I played. So it's definitely worth a revisit. Especially now that since it's been completely patched, they have fixes and mods and all that neat stuff. A lot of this is just cosmetic because cosmetic and quality of life. There's one that increases the maximum speed of a nomad, I think. I didn't want to go too much into gameplay tweaks. Because I'm maybe a little bit of a purist when it comes to gameplay. I don't remember having that many problems with the gameplay. But anyway, as far as again, going back to what I talked about with PB, really the main reason why I'm pretty sure I'm going to repeat that is because none of the other characters were as memorable as her. So there's that. I could also play as male writer, I guess, this time around, but I don't know. I have affinity for playing strong female characters, so that's just going to continue. And since I already did up the thumbnail and stuff. Anyway, I probably should choose training. I think last time it was securities because that's the default. So we already have Vanguard. Or the actual classes here are different. There's leader. And that's kind of, in some ways, I suppose. This may actually replace backgrounds because that was one thing I commented on last time, and another thing that I Actually, I've had some thoughts more recently as well to kind of expand upon what I already said. Um, so backgrounds in original Mass Effect were, um, but there are basically at least three ways I think to deal with character backgrounds when it comes to RPGs or RPG video games. Um, I don't know which order to talk about them in. I guess like from the most minimalistic to the most complex in some ways. Um, there's what I would call the Elder Scrolls approach, which um, is to basically just not really to make your, which I also call the blank slate approach, which is that your character doesn't really have a background. They're just kind of there. They kind of just show up. There's even some speculation that like, having watched like One Runner's channel, I highly recommend, inspired me to replay Mass Effect when I did earlier this year. I've recently been going through his Mass Effect trilogy lore run, from back when he called himself Archie and Gaia. But anyway, he like mentioned like a theory about Oblivion that basically when the protagonist takes the or steals the Elder Scroll part of the Thieves Guild, that they actually will themselves into existence at the beginning of the game. Like it's a weird thing like that, but there could be an idea that like each of the heroes sort of just literally just shows up um, in the world when they do, and they literally had no background like in lore. Um, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, but yeah, like when I played Skyrim, I kind of role played a little bit. Um, and what was interesting and kind of infuriating about that game is that I had this idea that she was born in the Third Era and lived in Morrowind. So there's like this connection to all three of the Elder Scrolls games I've played. Um, that was kind of cool, and but there were moments where like there's a couple moments that are really kind of take me out of that role playing experience. At least there's a few moments where like people were saying like, "Oh, what was before your time?" When she's actually like an elf who's 200 and some years old. um, at least. Um, but that's kind of like, that's a little forgivable. What I didn't really like is when I talk about how I was being beheaded, that, like, they say, oh, you're very forthright about your criminal past. It's like, I wasn't admitting to a criminal past. I was admitting to the fact that, like, the truth, which was that I was being executed by the Imperials. Like, they put all the effort into, like, setting things up so that you could have just been in the wrong place at the wrong time. And yet, there's at least two moments in the dialogue where, like, basically if you join, like, that Balgruuf, when you, like, admit to having been in Helgen when they were trying to chop off your head, he's like, oh, you're very forthright about your criminal past. There's also, if you join the Stormcloaks, Ulfric will say, like, as long as your criminal past stays in the past. It's like, what? Like, one, I wish they wouldn't say that, or at least I could, like, have a dialogue option to be like, no, like, I was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like, just literally say that, and have them, like, say, okay, I'm sorry. I that rubbed me the wrong way because like part of at least some part of that system is or starting the game as a prisoner is that you sort of think of like how you got there, and you can come up with your own reason how they got there. Were they falsely accused of something? Were they in the wrong place at the wrong time? That sort of thing. So you can kind of use your imagination. Granted, that also comes with the detractor part of it, which is, to that blank slate approach, is that the game world, whatever you come up with, the game world isn't. You can't really expect the game world to fit that. So, like in Oblivion, for example, probably the Oblivion is probably the best example because if you were falsely accused of a crime in Oblivion, well, you are there in the like in Morrowind. It makes sense because you obviously were taken from the Imperial City prison to Morrowind. Like that's like the whole setup is that you started in the Imperial City prison, were taken to Morrowind. So like whatever happened in Cyrodiil that landed you in jail, clearly that's not going to have any bearing on what happens in Morrowind. Like that is actually brilliant. It works well. But in Oblivion, you're in Cyrodiil. So if you were falsely accused, like there should be like almost a quest. Like logically there should be some kind of quest or something to, like, even though you've been kind of pardoned by the Emperor more or less, and freed, you can't really, like, how you landed in jail has no bearing on anything. So you can't go find the person who falsely accused you or the person who framed you and get revenge, because as far as anything's concerned, like, none of that actually happened. So, like, not only do you have to come up with a reason why you got in jail, but a reason why your character doesn't care to do anything about that situation. Or why that situation has no bearing on anything in the story whatsoever. Skyrim's it's slightly better. Morrowind is clearly the best. Because you could say, oh, I was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Like the situation in which I came to be arrested or taken in or whatever. Like, it's a simple sort of binary thing where, like, either I was, like, the other guy was trying to steal some horses or whatever. There's some notion that I was probably in the wrong place at the wrong time. Maybe I was up to no good. Maybe I was trying to, like, sneak my way into Skyrim. Maybe that was illegal. I don't know. But now that we were at the border kind of suggests that we are, in fact, from someplace else. So I don't know. Like, there's a lot more flexibility, and there's a lot. There's only a few moments where, like, it just gets a little uncanny and weird depending on what your chosen backstory is in history. Yeah, then there is. I'll work up to, like, what Mass Effect did. So there is the singular backstory approach. So there is the Fallout. Let's go into Bethesda. The Fallout approach, the Dragon Age 2 approach. I would say Fallout 3 and 4, not New Vegas, not so much New Vegas. And this game. No, this game actually kind of does it. Kind of sure I should end on that or not. Let's go from, like, least complex to most complex. So basically in those games, like, your background, where you come from, is part of the core story. So, Fallout 3, you are, you're looking for your father who escaped from the vault. It doesn't give you much leeway in terms of like, if you're really role playing well, you don't have a lot of freedom in terms of, you know, at least until you get your father out, you know, um, and back into like the Lincoln Memorial, not Lincoln Memorial, whatever the memorial building is. Um, you know, there's a sense of urgency to, finding him and, all of that. So if you're really role playing, yeah. Um, and there isn't a whole lot of flexibility. Like I mean, there may be you could say like there's a few particular things that happen to shape their personality between, as you grew up in the vault, but uh, your background is you were a former vault dweller. Um, Fallout 4, maybe a little like literally your background is, um, if you're a male character, you're a veteran. If you're a female character, you're a lawyer. Like that is literally spelled out for you. And actually, like it makes more sense that like you would have experience with like guns and stuff if you're the male character versus the female character. But that's neither here nor there. Um, although I when I played role played for Fallout 4, I kind of had a little bit more of a more elaborate weird background for her. Um, and maybe she became a lawyer after that. I don't know. Whatever. Um, anyway, so yeah, and having like, the whole family involved is kind of a little weird too. Um, to me, it's kind of the worst way to handle it because you really are just stuck with like who your character is and where they come from. So you don't feel as much of you may not have as much of a sense of ownership over your character. Um, then there's the Mass Effect approach, which is Mass Effect Dragon Age Origins approach, which is custom, more or less custom background. Maybe multifaceted, may not be multifaceted. Mass Effect fairly multifaceted. It had like 2 different stages you could select, and both have some bearing on certain quests. That you can play out, and certain things you can hear in the background about like your family if they're still around, or the incident that the Skillian Blitz and whatever. In the case of Zandra Shepard, highly encourage you to check that entire series out. It's on YouTube. Um, uh, she had a lot of run-ins with the Batarians. She's on, I think, on Mindwire when that happened, and then she also like was the sole survivor of a maybe a sole survivor. 'Cause I think there's one other person who came out. Oh yeah, Ruthless. What was the main thing? Um, so she like did raid on a Batarian slaver ship, and that definitely defined her relationship with Batarians throughout the trilogy. Um, and a key part of her character arc. But anyway, that's my favorite in a lot of ways. Because it gives you a starting point for your character if you're going to role play. You're maybe a little bit limited to the choices available. Not all the choices will necessarily like particularly inform your character and what they're like, but yeah, it can inspire things. Here we don't really have that as much. Like it's literally like tied to your character class basically. Your initial skill loadout. Um, so I'm not sure it's as good, but there is a degree which maybe you can kind of apparently like we are Alliance military, or at least we started out as Alliance military, so that's um, So let's look at the let's get back into the game and look at the available um, trainings. So we have during our alliance military service, we focused on learning everything you could about weapons and tactics. So we have concussive shot, heat sinking, high impact run to knock down opponents. Uh, this is probably Vanguard, basically. No, wait, turbocharge is not that. Short-term boost of fire rate and federal clip efficiency. Okay. Combat fitness grants increased durability and option to carry more weapons in the battle. Okay, cool. Biotic. Wait, no, I had to actually like. Okay, I had to like highlight it and then I don't actually select it. Okay, you were effectively designated biotic during your alliance military tenure, assisting your cohorts with your ability to control Mass Effect fields. So we have starting power Fro, use your turn element for the air. You can unlock the skill Singularity, create a vortexable trap and disable enemies caught in this field. And Barrier, bolster your defenses with a powerful biotic barrier. Dang it, I keep on wanting to just click it. That's not necessarily very good game design. At least for PC. Clearly it's made more for consoles. Anyway, as a technician in the systems alliance military, you learn to operate drones and hack enemy systems. So study powers overload, unleash an electrostatic discharge that deals high damage to shields and synthetic enemies, can chain to multiple targets, and have you just scroll down a little bit. Unlock skills invasion and hack into your opponent's armor and weapons, infecting them with computer virus to weaken their defenses, and even spread to nearby foes. And team support to specialized technology to bolster the survivability of your entire squad. A leader. You are a team player and a natural leader in the Alliance military, working closely with your cohorts for their safety and the safety of others. So we have energy drain, drain your target shields to replenish your own, especially effective against synthetic enemies. Skills are annihilation, leave a shifting aura of mass effect fields around you to slowly damage nearby foes. Team support develop specialized technology to bolster the survivability of your entire squad. Scrapper. When a fight broke out, you were always the first soldier in the thick of it, mostly according to Alliance military protocol, and occasionally not. So this is actually the Vanguard. I believe that's what it's called, because you have the biotic charge, which is my favorite ability. I'm not sure if I chose this class when I can't remember which class I chose in my PS4 playthrough. It's only been 2 years. So launch yourself like a comet at opponents and regain a portion of your shields on impact. And you just have that ability at start. So lock skills are combat fitness, grants increased durability, and the option to carry more weapons in the battle. Charge! See above. Okay, that's an unlocked skill. And a starting power is like a enhancement to my charge? What does the enhancement do then? Secret. Operative. In the Alliance military, you start to convert operations and the tech used by special forces knowledge you really found a use for until the Andromeda initiative. Tactical cloak, employ light bending technology to become invisible for a short duration, gain a large damage bonus when you break cloak to attack. Combat fitness grants increased durability and the option to carry more weapons in a battle. Again, tactical cloak. Reduce scrapper. So, I believe we went for an Asian appearance before. And we're gonna continue with that trend. Because we're gonna have the custom hair colors here. I believe it was this one actually. Most colorful of. I think I'm going to look for one of the pink, like, multicolor ones, but it's not really that multicolor. It's mostly just pink. There's kind of orange and pink here. Or pink and lighter pink. Maybe this is the one that maybe the one I used for the. Oh, this one looks pretty cool too. I think this might be the hairstyle I went with. This is the hairstyle I went with originally in the test run. This might be the hairstyle I had in the. Is that or that, or it might have actually been free. if I look at for a different like eyeliner? That part of the game. I wish I could lighten the tattoo opacity. Like the closest thing I can do to that is to make it like sort of blend into the skin color a little bit. The reality is that both the siblings played a little too much with their cats when they were younger. Maybe a little too roughly. I mean, if tattoo can like blend seamlessly with his skin tone or something. I don't know. There's no way to make this subtle. Match your tattoos. Again, this is just a weird effect. I mentioned this in the test playthrough that, like, their names are Yukiko and Scott. Maybe they have something of a mixed heritage or something. And I don't know if their mother is ever actually given a name, or even an appearance. So like maybe their mother is actually like Asian or Japanese, and her father is more American, or I don't know. Or it really doesn't even matter anymore. Like it's so far in the future that like a bit of matter idea is like that names are just names, no matter like where they came from. So they just gave their daughter a Japanese name and their son a American name. I don't know. Very like casual. I think that's what I used. I may have done narrative last time, so I'm maybe going a step up. I'm pretty sure I didn't do normal though. Okay, let's finally start the game. We only have 2 hours until Critical Role starts, so. So I suppose if I really get into the game, then I'll probably end up like just going over and watching Critical Role sometime tomorrow. I don't know.
Every great moment in our history began with a dream. Each bold leap forward was achieved by those willing to do anything to attain it. We are, all of us, leaving behind families, homes, the very birthplace of our species. Some for discovery, to see the unknown. Others for a new start. But today, whatever our reasons, we take the first steps toward a new future for humanity. Today, we begin to make our dream reality.
I'm pretty sure some suspension of disbelief has to happen to like figure out like why we never. Year 2185, humanity lives in the golden era of interstellar travel. Our discovery of ancient alien roots and mirth propelled our understanding of science and technology ahead of thousands of years. While many now enjoy the newfound freedom and challenges of exploration in the Milky Way, others turn to even more distant stars. For the 100,000 adventurers embarking on this one-way voyage, a future begins in Andromeda. Well, yeah, there's a fair amount of like suspension of disbelief that 644 years later that like we never really heard of this project in Mass Effect 3 at all. Like, this is a massive undertaking. It's massive vessels, and yet this is the only time we never heard of it during Mass Effect 3. So, as I said when I did my test playthrough, we are quite a ways away from Andromeda. If we can like see it like this completely, like we are still a good distance away from Andromeda. Like galaxies are huge. Like probably millions, if not billions, of light years. I can't remember. But that's obviously done for like.
You're gonna want to take it easy.
I've been taking it easy for 600 years.
Ryder, recon specialist, Pathfinder mission team.
Pathfinder team, eh? The ones finding us a home.
Can you make it somewhere tropical? Nice, warm ocean, summer year-round?
How about we get her a cup of coffee first?
The selection process saw the Andromeda Initiative evaluate thousands of potential habitable planets within the galaxy.
Ryder, let's get you checked out. Look here.
After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates for golden worlds, the Helios cluster was selected as our destination. Now you are a part of the first wave of arcs.
This is our first modern action that turns the outfit to black.
Makes it sound so easy, doesn't it?
I hope not. I signed up for a little adventure before we settle down.
Well, buckle up. Sounds like you'll get your wish.
Yeah?
Over here now, the Pathfinder wants you all on your feet right away. He said mission ready within the hour.
Any idea why?
No, but I'm guessing that's where your adventure comes in? Okay, everything checks out. Just one more thing before I send you on your way. Let's test your SAM implant. Sam, are you monitoring? Sam, are you online?
Yes, Dr. Taparo. Good morning, Ryder. Are you feeling well?
I have like questions.
I just need a second to get my bearings. What's this about my implant?
A routine check. After being in stasis, we want to make sure the connection's still live.
As the team's mission computer, your well-being is my primary concern.
Assuming the implants work as advertised, Sam sees what you see, in theory. We won't know for sure until we get you in the field. How are you feeling otherwise?
I feel like a 600-year-old popsicle. I hope we packed more coffee.
Readings confirmed. Based on the levels of adenosine in your system, the neural implant is functioning properly.
Wait, adeno what?
It just means you're still shaking off your nap. No reason why we can't get you on your way. Though you may want to hang around while we revive your brother. It always helps to see a familiar face.
I don't like the sound of that.
Dark Energon.
What's happening?
It broke free. Just hang on. Engineering, report.
I can't really move around. Let me hold left off to look.
Careful of the syringe.
Also, Alt F2 to activate Ansel. We don't have anything to
This is Cora. I'm at
yeah, I'm in the middle of a cutscene, so I can't.
For a reset.
I can activate Ansel when there's nothing to show.
I think so.
What happened?
We're not sure. Sensors are scrambled. But it's good to see you're up. Feels like centuries since we spoke.
Well, it's a little weird that we can't do it during a cutscene. I mean, granted, cutscenes may use more
You heard him.
techniques
Let's
to.
We have a problem over here. It's Scott Ryder.
Yeah, we should have secured those cryopods more.
What's wrong? I don't know. Have to check it out.
Gravity loss means something tripped the generators. Morning, Ryder. Or afternoon. Or I don't know.
Good evening and good night.
Never felt zero G before.
Good to see you, Ryder. Sorry, still waiting for some coffee. This looks broken. First hour in Andromeda.
This is from Jen Garson. Hello, traveler. Welcome to your first day on Andromeda. This is the dawn of a new era for all of us. As you recover from stasis, know that you're in good hands. In a few short hours, you'll be leaving the Hyperion and joining thousands of your fellow colonists as you chase your fortunes and build the new life you've always dreamed about. It's been a long wait, but I promise you it will be worth it. Jen Garson, founder of Andromeda Initiative.
Hey there. Hell of a wake-up call, huh? Didn't expect that first thing out of stasis.
Makes two of us. Hang in there.
Enjoy your nap, Ryder? Don't think I'll need sleep for the rest of my life.
Maybe another decade or two wouldn't have hurt.
Right. Talk to you later.
Ryder,
Is my brother okay?
Scott's fine. His vitals are strong, but the revival procedure was interrupted.
When can he wake up?
We don't want to rush it.
Oh, when we finally get the voice
My
actor
connection to
in.
Scott's implant was suspended. However, his pulse, respiration, and brain activity are all normal.
To be on the safe side, we'll need to keep him in a low-level coma for a while. Then let his body regain consciousness naturally. He'll be fine.
Glad to hear it.
Thanks, Lexi. Keep us updated. Ryder, I'll wait for you at the door, whenever you're ready to go.
How do you want to handle it?
Keep them in the pod for now. Round the clock monitoring.
Still in stasis.
They're in true stasis.
Vitals look good.
Right. So parts of the body could be waking up.
Another colonist here.
Nice and easy. Just take deep breaths.
Wow.
This one's still asleep.
Weird. How do you mean? I don't remember dreaming. Thank God nobody was in this.
Engineering, this is Cryo Bay. We've got a pod that was damaged when we lost gravity. You'll probably want to send somebody over.
Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Right up until you lose gravity.
I don't know if it's like one of the hairs that was replaced by the mod, because
Hi
mission
there.
wall.
I'm Gian Garson, founder of the Andromeda Initiative. I'm here to welcome you to a whole new galaxy. The good news is, the hard part's over. We're here. If you have any questions now, just ask.
Ah,
Your current location is Ark Hyperion, housing the human population. Ark Parchero, the Solarian vessel, confirmed departure in 2185. The Asari ship Ark Lucinia confirmed departure that same year, as did the Turian Ark Natanus, embarking in 2185. The selection process saw the Andromeda Initiative evaluate thousands of potential habitable planets within the galaxy. After discovering an unusually high ratio of potential candidates for golden worlds, the Helios cluster was selected as our destination. Now you are a part of the first wave of Arks arriving in Andromeda, our new home for humanity. Once the Pathfinder team's assessment is complete, Habitat 7 has been selected as the most likely candidate for colonization.
also this is kind of weird compared to Mass Effect original trilogy. Like, our character is fully voiced, right? So why isn't she actually asking these questions vocally? Like, when we have interactions with, like, the Citadel VI, which I can't remember her name, like, we actually, like, we see Shepard asking the questions. Here it's like, we just stand here, like, oh, what figure, like, what the heck are Pathfinders? Like, oh, like, you can read our mind. I mean, I guess we have a SAM implant, so maybe.
The Pathfinder is responsible for exploring and assessing new worlds for outpost placement and settlement. Each Ark is led by a Pathfinder who represents their species. The active duty Pathfinder assigned to Ark Hyperion is Alec Ryder. Current duty roster shows you are assigned to the Pathfinder Mission Team, Specialist Ryder.
I think you can probably see Ellie. This. Anyone wants to see the kitty? She's right down there. Probably. Actually, no, she's like way in the corner. Those are the gloves right there. So she's over. Actually, behind Yuki's angel. So maybe she's not quite in the camera angle that much. You can see part of her. Or could. Part of her bread, anyway.
At present, Ark Hyperion has arrived in the Helios cluster. Further mission updates are offline due to technical difficulties. As recon specialist, you are tasked with supporting the authentication of Golden World sites through exploration, mapping, and scientific analysis. Currently, you are to report for duty on the command bridge.
Andromeda.
The Andromeda Initiative encompasses all colonization efforts, including Arks, Pathfinders, outposts, and the central support hub, the Nexus. The current location of the Nexus is unknown. Status of outposts are unknown.
Message from the founder.
I'm Gian Garson, founder of the initiative. I think it's important we take a moment to reflect on the principles that brought all of us together. It started with a vision of a better future. A vision that you shape. Life in Andromeda can be anything we dare to dream. And I'm proud to help make those dreams come true. Drop me a note sometime. I'd love to hear how we're doing.
Log off. Okay, so here's a cool feature. I showed it off in the test stream, but I should show off here too. Hit Alt F2, and we can take screenshots. Not just any screenshots. We can actually, we have a moment in time. Unfortunately, hitting Alt key like changes the camera as it is, but it's not much necessarily so much of a problem because we can just rotate the camera to the correct That's interesting. It's like this stuff is still like it's frozen, but the actual like screen behind us is still like playing the video. We can also do raw HDR, which is basically a like if you're using a I forget what they're called, like one of the professional cameras. Um, I forget what they're called. Like it saves in a raw format where you can like change the exposure and like basically like develop the picture like you could with film, only in a digital format. It also gives you like a limited resolution. Um, I'm not sure if that's really the case here because like it obviously probably isn't because like it's being rendered at 1080p. So you can do field of view, you can do roll, which is basically and put a grid of birds on there. You can do filters like black and white, colorblind, contrast, details. Or you can do like HDR toning, bloom. Made it look like a game from the previous generation. Clarity could kind of yes. You can adjust exposure, special effects. Or you make it look like a sketch. Enhance the colors. It's basically saturation filter. Um, Vignette, you can make it look like Mass Effect, the older Mass Effect games. Um, Actually, like do a vignette by itself. Um, it can be look kind of like a dream sequence. Retro. Kind of fisheye lens effect or something. I don't know. Mood. Have to admit, like a comic book basically. I also do depth of field, which is actually probably the most um. Hmm. Install style transfer package? May not. You can also do depth of field through game settings. Which I should kind of. Yeah, right now there's not much you can do with depth of field. It's pretty cool, and I've used it to like get the background we have here. I might do like more backgrounds. For some reason, it's being saved in my videos folder, which is weird. So I might stop periodically just to.
Oh, my girlfriend's okay.
You ready?
What's wrong? Got a surge in power reading.
Tutorial.
Hey, up here! Whatever hit the arc fried everything. We have to balance the power load or it could explode.
But we don't know where the fault is.
Ryder could find it. She has a scanner. Quick, Ryder, use it to locate the fault.
On it.
I'll try to get
Alright,
readings on
G.
the second conduit.
Hey, I'll try to run a diagnostic. I'll override the safeties.
Got it.
Relay 2C shows damage from a temperature spike.
Found it. Bad relay.
Ryder, can you go reset it?
You go reset it.
There. It's reset.
Do it. Rerouting the current now. The grid's recovering.
It's working!
Readings are in the green.
Thank God. That could have been the end of everyone in the cryo bay.
Good job, Ryder. Now we can get to the tram.
Call the bridge and tell Captain Dunn this won't hold for long. We're used.
I guess it wouldn't work. I actually get like a proper. There we go. Huh. I need to. Let's try the I can kind of get to work here. There we go. It works better in the actual like proper filters at the department. Um, it's super resolution. Hmm. Because I can actually render it in like 4K or it actually could be like 30 some gigabytes. It's like a yeah. I can get 360. In stereo. Free 63 stereo. Okay, maybe not.
Using duct tape and rubber bands here. It's liable to happen again.
That was close. Barely in Andromeda, and we're already scrambling.
Okay, automated logs, departure procedures confirmed. System lockdown engaged, confirmed. Anomalous comm sensor readings, report logged. Trajectory drift detected. Report logged. Trajectory course correction confirmed. Arcs Parachero, none else. Condition green. Report logged. Sensory array fault repair failed. Vector destination confirmed. Location proximity confirmed. Survival engaged confirmed. Nexus arcs not detected. Sensor fault. Error.
Not sure your dad will see it that way.
The arc hit something.
Go ahead and take us to the bridge.
Helm control, report.
We're drifting. Flight controls aren't responding.
First priority is stopping these outages.
Mainline power's been knocked out. We're on reserves, Captain. They won't last.
What's our position?
Unknown. We lost telemetry.
Sam, we need eyes out there.
Attempting to adjust sensor array.
Alec, please. You may be Pathfinder, but this is my ship.
Captain, the protocol's clear. In the absence of communication with the Nexus or the other arcs, we proceed to our appointed Golden World. Solid ground.
If it's even out there. Nobody said anything about running into an energy cloud, and that's just a wild guess what we hit. Alec, I need to assess the damage. Stop the bleeding. We've got 20,000 people asleep on this ship. Let's give them a chance to wake up.
Can you blame her?
It's her call.
She is the captain. I think she gets the final word.
Well, he might.
This isn't about having the final word.
Yes, sir.
We're coming through.
My God. Is that our golden world?
That's Habitat 7. New Earth, if we're lucky.
It looked like we are.
All of our long-range scans told us it was in the green zone. Perfect for human settlement.
It was 600 years ago.
It doesn't even look the same.
She's right. It looks pretty dicey from here. Are we sure about those scans?
It's a good question.
Things can change. It's been 600 years.
Yeah.
Sam.
The energy from the
I mean, not
phenomenon
much
stuck to
geological
us.
time, but
Planetary
still.
conditions are unknown.
We're marooned. 20,000 souls adrift at sea. And when the power runs out and stays out, we need to know if that's safe harbor.
And if it's not?
As Pathfinder, it'll be my job to find an alternative. It's what we trained for. But if this goes well, we are already home.
All right, just make it quick.
Harper, the rest of the team should be awake by now. Have them spin up 2 shuttles. Planet Fallen 30.
Yes, sir.
A stubborn one, isn't he?
No one ever said Dad was a diplomat. People skills were never his strong suit.
Just as long as he knows what he's doing. It's not like the cavalry's coming to save the day. I need an ETA on our sensor repairs. We're blind out here.
My brother's going to hate that he missed this.
Are all the riders adrenaline junkies?
I guess it's in our blood. I was born a minute ahead of him. I never let him forget it.
Don't worry. I'm sure Scott will pull through.
Yeah, and when he does, he'll want to hear stories.
So, let's get out there and find him one. Right, you'll want to get your helmet. And maybe stop at the Good Luck Rock before we go.
The what?
It's an old superstition of your dad's.
Wait.
Hang in there, Scott. Looks like Dad's already suited up. Better not. No bathroom breaks on this trip.
Ryder?
Hey, Fisher. How's it going?
I heard a rumor from the bridge that your dad and the captain aren't seeing eye to eye on this.
She wasn't thrilled with the idea of the expedition. My dad won her over.
I heard you weren't a big fan of it either.
It's her ship. Her call.
You got guts going against the old man. The way I see it, Pathfinder team answers to the Pathfinder. Besides, your dad's the N7 here. He's got the best aim.
Okay, well, he's the N7.
I'll go wherever he goes.
Water dispenser. Water is present. The structure is a water dispenser. DNA burst organism. 100% human. Measures Hypercora. Or initiative. Wait. Human male? Are you sure?
Analysis indicates alkali feldspar and quartz, commonly known as granite.
Good luck, Rock, huh?
Your dad was mountain climbing back on Earth. It caught him from falling. The way things are going today, we'll need any luck we can get.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryder.
It's Kirkland, right?
Yeah, I think we met just before the Hyperion left Earth. Not sure if you know Greer.
Hi there. Your dad say anything about what's going on?
Be afraid, be very afraid.
Judging by all the people running around the bridge with their hair on fire, I'd say buckle up.
Damn. I knew this was too good to be true.
But we don't know for sure, right? Might be a cakewalk.
We'll find out.
I might. There's helmet. First contact protocol. In the event any member of the Pathfinder team encounters intelligent in life, it's imperative that first contact protocols be strictly observed. The Andromeda initiative holds the principles of peace and cooperation among our highest ideals. Course of action against extraterrestrials is only permitted when hostile intent is clearly demonstrated, and Pathfinder team members are at obvious risk of injury or death, which is, from what I saw in Mass Effect 3, completely against the at odds of Alliance protocol. Because Alliance protocol, apparently, if the encounter with I was just watching it earlier. Javik is is to be taken as read. Is to assume that they're hostile. There's data pad. As a member of the Pathfinder team, you play a critical role in the Andromeda Initiative's efforts to establish a foothold in the new galaxy. The team faces many challenges: Golden World site verification, reconnaissance and mapping of unknown territories, planetary and celestial, scientific analysis and discovery of new phenomenon, potential first contact with extraterrestrials, establishing diplomatic relations with local inhabitants, and general support of settlement outposts.
We scanned Andromeda. Everything was in the clear. How could things change like that? Oh, so just another boring day at the office, huh?
This is what the Pathfinder team's all about. We're going to see a planet no humans ever set foot on.
I know what you mean. I always wondered what it was like when explorers crossed the ocean. Nothing but stars and dead reckoning to guide them.
And a map that said, "Here be dragons."
Well, if they made it, we can too. And maybe see a dragon along the way.
Never know. Let's keep an eye out.
Foreshadowing.
And our distance.
On that note, I'd better get my gear in order. Got it.
The Pathfinder is now requiring sidearms. I've opened the armaments locker.
We expecting trouble, Sam?
A precaution. Please arm yourself, Ryder.
Better safe than sorry.
You never know. Now let's get to the shuttles. Dr. Carlyle, with everything going on, I think the Ark needs you more than we do.
Pathfinder wants a medic on hand, and if that is home down there, I'm happy to knock on the door.
Yeah, we're just not sure what's on the other side of the door.
No problem. If it has teeth, I brought the pliers. Yank them out myself.
All right, team, button it up. We leave in 5.
Sir, we broke out the weapons as requested. Anything we should know about?
Seem prudent, given the situation. We'll be down a man with Scott out. I heard what happened. Your brother's strong. He'll make it.
He better. 600-year nap and he oversleeps.
You know him. Never was an early riser. Just don't let it get to you. I need you sharp.
Yes, sir.
Your mom would have been proud. Of both of you. Okay, team, listen up. I chose each of you for the Pathfinder team, not just because you're talented and passionate, but because you're dreamers, like me. We dream of exploring the unknown, finding the edge of the map, and then discovering what lies beyond. When people look back on this, and they will, they'll remember we didn't give up. That we kept dreaming, that our first few faltering steps in Andromeda were the beginning of everything they know. We only get one chance to be first. So, let's go make history.
Been waiting 600 years for this.
Archive period, this is Shuttle 1. Switching to manual guidance.
Shuttle 2, taking your lead.
Good luck, Pathfinder team.
Turning to Vector 135.
Copy that. We're on point.
Wow, will you look at that?
Whatever it is.
Let's go down to the really ugly part of the side of the
It
world.
appears to be an unstable mass of dark energy.
If you say
Yeah.
so.
This is like an abandoned plot from Mass Effect 1 and 2, really.
Is detected.
That was completely thrown out in Mass Effect 3.
My stomach would appreciate that. We're clear. Accelerating to cruising speed.
Ryder, we didn't have a chance to meet back in the Milky Way. Name's Liam Costa, Security and Response Specialist.
Good to meet you, Liam.
Hard to believe we're finally doing this.
Sure beats reading the brochures.
Beginning our deceleration. Planet's dead ahead.
I actually, these are really tight quarters, Kind of boundary break here. Cool, the planet's at something of an angle though. Yeah, maneuvering ability here is not all that great.
Hang on. Initiating atmospheric entry. Here we go.
The flight guidance is scrambled. It'll pass. The controls are fighting me.
Adjust approach factor 3.
We're through.
Holy.
Shuttle 2, are you seeing this?
Copy that. Doesn't look like a golden world from here.
Ionization levels are rising.
Stay on course to the landing zone.
Oxygen levels are below minimum human requirements.
Is this the right planet? We have this all worked out.
Keep it tight, Shuttle 2.
Mountains are floating.
Look, port side.
That has to be advanced engineering.
Hyperion, this is the Pathfinder. We've got evidence of an alien civilization.
Has anyone seen us?
What if they're not friendly?
We stick to contact protocol. No use of deadly force unless hostile intent is clear.
Lightning strikes! We lost control! Shuttle 2 declaring an emergency! We've got a problem! We're going down!
Accept.
Whoa. Yeah, it's cleaved in twain. Dang it. Can't get the lens flare and the shot of the buildings behind it. For the I love having a video graphics card.
Acceleration increasing.
No kidding!
Your jump jet is malfunctioning.
Like I could just really explore every little moment. It's just like so crazy.
Get it working!
Approaching terminal velocity.
Sam!
Unfortunately, we're officially in a cutscene now, so.
This is Ryder. Come in. Hyperion. Sam. Anyone there?
Save your breath, Ryder. Sam's offline. Comlink's trashed. I'm surprised we aren't too.
Did that really happen?
Did we really do that? Or are we dead and don't know it?
Well, we found hell. I can tell you that much.
Yeah. No way this is home.
Not sure why our armor doesn't match. I don't know if I install the right mod for, or if it's a different set of armor.
Come on. Ryder, how's your survival training?
I've seen my share of troubles. Nothing crazy, but...
Well, Crazy just found us. Those rocks out there are floating.
Terra Incognita. No fixing this. Must have broken on impact.
Explains why we lost our SAM connection.
Quantum entanglement and communicator.
Oh, and safety tip? Don't breathe the air. Found that out the hard way.
Looks like we've
Got it.
looks like we've landed in the Shivering Isles. Take care of O'Shea, go after he'll rip out your intestines and strangle you with them.
You think that energy cloud we saw could cause all this?
Sam said it's dark energy, but that's in space.
Yeah, hell of a cloud.
A cloud that makes boulders float.
What the hell is this?
Come on! We gotta get through it!
This is crazy!
Welcome to Habitat 7! Keep moving!
Ah!
Damn! Looks safer under there!
Is this for real? What the hell's going on with this place?
Planet's trying to murder us.
You can try. How's your gun? Might want to see if it's working. Take a shot at that fuel cell. It's busted anyway.
Whatever's that.
I'd say it's working.
There! We get up that cliff, we find high ground. Come on! I think I can see a path up. We'll use the jump jets if we have to.
Into the breach!
Think I'd rather fall than get hit by lightning.
Give it a minute. We can probably do both. More glowing mushrooms.
Are they making that noise?
No! Coming from inside the mountain.
A cellular fungal life form. Luminescence items undetected. Luminescent cellular mutation detected.
Detecting a
Crevice.
lot of energy. Can't make heads or tails of it, but it's powerful.
What's this other like little these things? What? Those things. Yep, there be dragons here.
How'd my dad find you?
I was a cop, then crisis response.
Yeah?
Tell you over a beer sometime.
This is going to be close.
That's it. We're getting there.
Think I see the top.
Mind making some room? Thanks. What the hell is that?
Don't know, but it's our job to figure it out.
That sounds like your old man talking.
He was right. Something went wrong here. We have to find out what.
One thing at a time. Ryder, it's Fisher.
Wait. Look.
Holy shit. What was first contact protocol again?
No deadly force unless fired upon.
Yeah, said no one in the field ever. How do we handle it?
Just be ready if this goes south.
It usually does. Just say the word and I go hot.
They haven't spotted us yet.
Shit! They see Fisher.
Naya, shoot it!
He sees us.
We can't.
I'm hurt. I need. Can you help me?
Okay. It's over.
Fisher, you okay? I'll live. I thought I was a goner. I knew they weren't the friendly sort.
It was starting to look ugly there. Didn't think we could take the chance.
Well, you saved my life. Be a hell of a thing to survive the crash only to get shot by aliens.
Not letting that happen for anyone.
We still don't even know what they wanted.
Nothing good the way they were armed.
Who says we'd even understand? Or they'd understand us? It's a new galaxy. I guess it's too much to expect they'll play by Milky Way rules.
Or any rules by the look of them.
But what did we do to them?
Only thing I know for sure, their guns hit just as hard as ours. Where are the others?
Gone. Kirkland and Greer went looking for help.
Come on.
Ah, my leg!
Can you move?
I think it's broken. You guys push ahead and look for the others.
You sure?
Yeah. Just find us a ride out of here. And take a few more of them out while you're at it.
Whoa. Take a look at these bodies. What are these things?
Well, I don't have Sam here, but I can try to make sense of it. DNA based, and their armor reads as some kind of bone, but the genetics are all over the map.
Ah, I guess life took a different turn here, huh? I hope the other team's okay.
We'll find them, but we might want to scout around first.
You're the recon specialist. Point the way.
Right.
Looks like you knew how to handle a gun back there.
Spent time with an Alliance peacekeeping force.
We gotta go away from progress, so.
Hear that? Is that Kirkland?
Please, I surrender.
They shot him!
Take them out!
Right behind you! They want to fight? We'll give it to them! I count one left to go! That's the last of them.
Can't believe we're doing this.
Did Kirkland make it?
No vital signs. Oh, shit.
No vital signs. Just shot him in cold blood.
He was trying to surrender. Why kill him?
Would we treat them any different if they showed up on Earth, armed to the teeth?
Maybe not.
Peace isn't going to be an option here.
Okay.
We'll come back for his body once we find the others.
Pope Greer's still alive somewhere. Still, take a look at this architecture. This is really something.
Okay, now this is weird. Even with these readings, I have no idea what it does.
Just imagine the mind that invented it.
If that's even possible. Evolution's separated from ours by 2 million light years.
Spooky when you put it that way.
I guess the Milky Way wouldn't be billions of light years, but
I've seen Prothean artifacts in my time, but nothing quite like this. It's at least 3 or 4 centuries old.
The Ark's left 600 years ago, right?
Yeah, our long-range scans wouldn't have shown this. These structures, that tower. Maybe none of it was here when we left the Milky Way.
Shit, you hear that?
I wish I did.
The hell's that? There, watch out! What is this thing?
I think
Okay, it's dead.
whatever it was, it's organic. No sign of technology.
Wow, so the cloaking is biological?
Yeah, weird.
or biological technology.
Hey look, flare's going up, over there.
Could be our people. I'll mark the nav point. What do you suppose is down there?
New and painful ways to die?
Maybe we could jump jet our way across.
Platforming. When I think Mass Effect, I think platform.
Is that sound coming from below?
Alien gods of the underworld?
Don't say that.
I think it's machinery. You can feel the vibration.
The scale of this. Who built it?
Alien gods.
Ryder, more of those aliens ahead. They see us!
Here we go!
Not much of talking, are they? Look out! They're using those animals!
Careful! They're cloaking!
This is for Kirkland!
You hanging in there?
Don't worry about me! That did it! Oh, you're pretty good at this, Ryder.
I was with a team that dug up Prothean artifacts.
Well, this will be a field day for you.
I wonder what these guys were doing here.
Crash of some kind. It's not one of our ships.
Definitely not from the Milky Way.
One of theirs. Think the storm got it?
At least the weather isn't playing favorites. You'd think if this was their planet, they'd know how to handle the storms.
Ryder, some sort of cave over there. Check that out.
Now this looks more like the golden world my dad was expecting.
Then, below...
Dead animal in here, and some sort of trap. Pretty recent, too.
You suppose those...
If it's anything like plants back in the Milky Way, there are signs of cellular mutation.
It's lasted this long. Guess that makes it the Alpha Tree, huh?
Yeah. Or what happened to all its friends outside?
How is this even possible?
Extreme example of a microclimate, maybe. Shielded by the cave all these years.
While the rest of the planet died?
Something nasty happened out there. But this means there's hope. Life as we know it can thrive in Andromeda.
think this might be one of the places we came from now. Cellular chloroplast for synthesis. High variance in cellular mutation detected on the type.
A path off on the left.
Oh, great. That can't be good. It's like a whole patrol!
Probably the arseholes who took Green.
Push them back!
Got him!
No way in here.
Just as well. We're not equipped for a big fight.
Anyone there? Cora, we read you. You're alive.
Shuttle repairs are underway, but we're surrounded.
They're not friendly. On our way. Nav point marked.
Let's get in there! Cora, we got your back!
They're trying to pin us down! Doing a good job of it, too!
Try to light them up!
I'm on it!
Pick your target!
Plenty of those!
I got one!
What did we ever do to them?
Okay.
Careful, they fight dirty!
Level up.
Sell that.
Cavalry to the rescue. Nice to see you guys.
You too, Harry. How is everyone?
Still in one piece. You got here just in time.
Where's my dad?
You went scouting ahead while we fixed the shuttle. Ryder, there's weapons and ammo at the shuttle. Stock up.
Did these things try talking to you at all?
Barely a word. Then started shooting. What about you?
We didn't stop for a chat.
Really?
Ah, hell! Enemy ship on the way! Get to cover! Go, go! Here they come!
They got balls to try an airdrop.
Don't let up!
Ha! Lightning zapped their shuttle!
Harry, you guys okay?
Not dead yet! Heads up! Another shuttle incoming!
In this weather? Guess we got their attention.
Are those dogs?
I wish. They've got some weird cloaking ability. You're shitting me. Sound off.
I'm here!
They're alive.
Here!
Present.
I can't get a beat on those things!
Liam, enough.
Right. It's just these assholes kill Kirkland.
Stay pissed. Use it.
Will do.
Just remember, we need that ammo.
Yeah.
Strangle them if I have to.
What about the others? Fisher's wounded but sitting tight. No sign of Greer. And our shuttle's in pieces.
Guys,
Chief is hit!
Take cover! Take cover! Hang on. Ugh.
I didn't know you were biotic.
Don't worry, it's not contagious.
before they attacked, I managed to fix our comms.
You're a lifesaver. Now just take it easy. Sam, are you there?
QEC link established. Affirmative, Ryder. The Pathfinder needs to speak with you.
Good to see you in one piece. What's our status?
Liam and I are with Cora. We have wounded crew. The good news is our shuttle's been repaired. We can get back to the Ark.
Not with these storms. It's too risky to fly.
Our wounded can't wait much longer.
Well.
Do you have something in mind?
If the storm is the
Meow,
problem,
meow.
then let's solve the problem.
Meow.
We're talking about weather.
And I have an idea about
Meow.
that. Rendezvous with my coordinates will... Damn, they spotted me.
Sir? Sir! Can you two manage alone?
I can keep her stable. For a while.
Let's move. Sam, do you have the Pathfinder's position?
Marking the nav point on your map.
Doesn't look
Hey,
far.
Ellie.
Let's make this quick.
What about Griff?
If he didn't turn up by now, nothing we can do. The Pathfinder's all that matters. What was my dad scouting for? He was trying to get readings on that tower.
Well, the nav point puts him near it.
Exercise caution. The storm front is already gaining intensity.
Nice to have you back, Sam. How about some good news next time?
Well, I don't have optional to locate Greer anymore? Go to hell.
Ryder, your dad was in trouble. We have to find him.
No, I need to do everything. I need to do all of the optionals.
Like, right now.
Sam's right. We don't have much time. Look, the rod. They're drawing the lightning away.
If we hug that wall, they might keep us safe.
Dead bodies here. Lightning didn't do this.
Neither did we. This is more than we took out.
Incendiary rounds. My dad's been busy. He was an N7. They don't mess around. Somebody was pretty clever with these rods. Only way to survive here.
2.
We're close. The nav point shows my dad's up there.
What? No! We're not going to him. We're going to Greer. Where the hell is Greer? I got to figure out if I can even do that. Now, like, if it's just too late. Failed. Go to hell! Ow! 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 Is it possible to locate Greer after I failed to locate Greer? Great. I don't frickin' know anymore. How many frickin' saves do I have? How do I load the game? Load.
Ah, hell! Enemy ship on the way! Get to cover! Go, go!
No, I'm going away.
Here they come!
Where the hell are you going?
The fight's back here! Don't let up!
Some sort of structure up that hill.
No, I'm...
Ha! Lightning zapped their shuttle!
This is bullshit! This is bullshit!
They got balls to try and airdrop.
They're frickin' loop... Oh, there's a frickin' console. I don't want... No. Load game. Let's go back. Free saves. This is terrible game design.
Weapons and ammo at the shuttle. Stock up.
Did these things try talking to you at all?
Barely a word. Then started shooting. What about you?
We didn't stop for a chat.
Ah, hell! Enemy ship on the way!
Get to cover! Go!
No. No, I don't care about the mission area.
Some sort of structure up that hill.
Go to hell! I don't know how far back I need to go.
Got him!
Good way to break your neck. Not that way.
What? Oh yeah. I wonder if there's a mod that fixed that. I don't think I saw a mod to fix that. Because it's like, game can't be, say, doing a priority mission. Like, granted, there's tons of autosave, but... Okay, I'm assuming this might be...
Yeah, radio static. But like a pattern.
What did it say?
That static's getting louder.
Got him! Watch. Got him! What do you want? No, you go, Rickhead. I don't understand you. I'm from the Milky Way. They got him. Help!
Hang on, Greer, we've got you!
Keep your head down. We're clear. Thank God. I was tapping my mic, hoping someone would notice.
You okay?
Yeah. Where are the others?
They killed Kirkland. But Fisher's alive back at the crash site.
He's got a broken leg. Needs help. I'll check around for supplies. Then head back.
We'll be in touch. Liam and I need to go help Cora.
Good luck. Can't wait to get off this rock.
Okay. Now let's save. Oh wait, we're on a priority mission, so our priority is not to save. I remember that was one of the things that like terribly irritated me about Andromeda when I played it 2 years ago, and I completely forgot about it.
Got him.
What? Got what? I really like the
Structure up that hill.
This place is taking a beating from the storms.
Along with everything else on this planet.
I actually had to call it a night before even having the...
Well, let's hope no one's home.
Doesn't look like a home at all.
Yeah, no one's living here.
So what's it for?
Doesn't look like the other structures we've seen. Different design. Must be a way to get some lights on.
Huh. Who knows? Let's call it a weird alien machine.
We sure could use Sam right about now. What's all this about?
tested. Another weird alien machine.
Huh. Figures.
Only one way to find out.
You mean turn it on? What are you doing, Ryder?
Oh shit!
That can't be good.
No power.
Oh.
So the weird alien machine is a generator.
Yeah, sure. Why wouldn't it be?
Maybe it did something. Weird.
If that's poison, I know who to blame.
Whoa. Guess the circuit overloaded.
Even the equipment's out to get us.
Same language as those aliens. Wonder what he's saying.
Kill all humans, probably?
Crap!
We're all fine down here. How are you? Also, I can't really. I have to wait until like there's a frickin'
Hey, that door opened.
like save icon and screen before I can quit. Which is another.
Kind of research lab.
Maybe. Then it got hit by a tornado.
Another reason why not being able to save is bullshit. Like, what if I want to watch Critical Role?
Weird. You hear that?
Looks like they were trying to tunnel in.
Watch it!
What is it?
Here? There.
So now killer robots too? Doesn't say much, other than it's not organic. Old though, like centuries old.
Like an automated god, maybe?
Like we are, technically.
Any theories, recon specialist?
Some kind of technology on this planet. Something these aliens are interested in.
Like archaeologists?
Yeah, bloodthirsty archaeologists. Weather's still crappy.
Heads up! They were waiting for us!
Oh, damn!
They got a lightning rod up and running! Are these things stalking us?
Starting to feel like it!
There! Last one's down.
Let's not wait around for more. It's what it looks like to defend against lightning. Broken lightning rod.
Could explain why the building's damaged. Storms hammered the place. Got him!
Okay,
Watch it.
good for you.
Let's get in there! Cora, we got your back!
They're trying to pin us down! Doing a good job of it, too!
Ryder, light him up!
I'm on it!
Cavalry to the rescue. Nice to see you guys.
You too, Harry. How is everyone?
Still in one piece. You got here just in time.
Where's my dad?
He went scouting ahead while we fixed the shuttle. Ryder, there's weapons and ammo at the shuttle. Stock.
Okay. Hope to finish the first mission before we wrapped up, but however, for all patrons, we're sole patrons so far. Eric Man, hopefully he'll actually continue his patronage. He's been having some financial issues, and he's also paying for a Minecraft server, so I consider that sufficient enough to retain his patronage, but in a manner of speaking anyway. Also, I'm just too lazy to remove his name from here, and he's the actual personal friend of mine, so in any case, there's a bunch of other things you could do. If you're curious about which mods I'm using, there's a link to a Google document you can find on the YouTube version of a stream. So go ahead and check that out. But in any case, thanks for watching. Until next time, sayonara.